Welcome back to News 1 Now. I want to go to our panel. Again, Pope Francis coming to America. He is really driving. He's driving, actually, I think, liberals and conservatives crazy because they can't put him in any kind of box.
Which I think is what is brilliant about what he's doing, and I don't think I've ever said that ever about a pope. I think that his conversation around climate change is the most vocal that we've ever heard from a religious figure, and really holding Republicans especially, who are still climate deniers, accountable for what they're doing to this world. And I think that his conversation, I'm very interested to see how he's going to address Congress and what he's going to make the topic of the discussion.
So also, I got to ask this, so I got two same gender-loving folks on the panel. And the Pope has really ticked off conservatives because he refuses to be condemning of gays and lesbians, but he's also ticked off liberals because he refuses to change the Catholic Church's teaching. And what he's saying, well, what he has said is the church is supposed to be open to everybody. And he's saying, I'm not going to condemn you for coming in, but this is still going to be the teaching. So it's interesting how even on that issue, people are still angry with him.
And I think they're going to be angry with him, but here's the thing. I think what he's saying, it's baby steps, right? Open the church, open your heart, open your mind, right? So that we can bring more people in. Because as we know, the Catholic numbers are going up, but people are still leaving the church in droves. And what he's trying to do is...
I was born and raised Catholic and left nearly 20 years ago.
Right.
Because it wasn't meeting my needs. I mean, as an African American, I was literally going to church and I was hearing homilies or sermons that was saying nothing. And I think what Father George Clements just said, that was the whole deal. I mean, literally, I was sitting there going, all right, so I'm not hearing anything that really is speaking to me and where I am today, which is sort of kind of very general.
But what's confusing about me, and I want to ask the Father about this, is that the Pope, people love the Pope. I mean, when he walks past, your folks going to be crying and fainting and all kind of stuff. And he's supposed to be a benevolent figure who's selected by God to be in his position. And even the Father said that previous popes, he thought they were just old white men running around Europe. Is this man God's remote control figure?
No, actually, well, first of all, the way it is, I mean, the Pope is, of course, Peter set up the Catholic Church, and the Pope is seeing
Peter Frampton, Paul and Mary.
Let me pull up my Bible app. Let me pull up my Bible app for Cleo, y'all. No, the Pope is a religious figure. He is the leader of the Catholic Church, just like you have leaders of the Muslim faith, you have leaders of Buddhism, and so and look, here's interesting. I see black folks operate the same way when Farrakhan walks in. So it's not like we haven't seen people respond with reverence to a religious leader.
Right. Do you think that we'll ever see, though, a black pope?
Yes.
Or a pope?
First of all, we've had there have been black popes. There have been black popes. Yes, in the history of the Catholic. Yes, there have been several black popes in the history of the Catholic Church. In fact, that was one of the. And in fact, the Catholic Church is growing faster on the continent of Africa than any other place. And so many believe they were close to getting a black pope when this pope was elected as well. David?
I was just going to say, going back to the Pope on same-sex unions, I think that in a way he's very President Obama-like on this, in the sense that President Obama came along right when public opinion was turning, opened the space for the dialogue, but didn't actually change the law with regard to same-sex marriage.
Well, actually, let's keep in mind, President Obama also was a politician, okay, and he was BSing.
Yes.
He previously was in full support of all LGBT rights. When he ran for the U.S. Senate, he changed his position to run. So he evolved, devolved, and evolved. That's just fact.
No, and I don't disagree with that.
No. I'm just saying. But I don't want us. I don't want us to keep playing this game that my goodness, how he just changed. No, he changed politically.
Right.
Against same-sex marriage.
Right.
He was really
It's
for.
the rare and difficult to pull off double flip-flop. I'm not disputing that. My point is that he came along at a time and opened a space for the dialogue on the issue, and then society rushed in and change happened. Same with the Pope. He's not changing Catholic doctrine. He's simply saying, let's love our gay and lesbian brothers and sisters.
And just, folks, there have been 3 African popes in the history of the Catholic Church. That's a fact there. All right, folks, hold tight 1 second. When we come back, we're going to have headlines. And also on the show, we'll talk with celebrity chef G. Garvin, his support for women in technology. Plus, Viola Davis's Emmy speech brought many to tears, but of course the haters came out, including one soap actress. We're about to give her some shine. or some shade. Take your pick. Plus, tech expert Mario Armstrong joins us to talk about his tips on how you can generate income from live streaming. 26 after the hour. News 1 now on TV 1.